Hi all, I am Dr. N. Baladastagiri. So on behalf of TechFluent Solutions Private Limited, so I welcome all to the digital design course using Verilog HTML. So before beginning the course, uh, let me introduce TechFluent Solutions Private Limited. So we are TechFluent Solutions Private Limited. We are proud to say that we create solutions, we develop solutions, and we deploy solutions. TechFluent is an ISO 2009-2015 certified company, and we are leading innovators in providing cutting-edge solutions in embedded systems, RF, data logging, and IoT-based solutions, and also solutions and designs related to VLSI. Our product line includes a wide range of data loggers, development boards related to the Internet of Things, as well as FPGA boards. We have customers in defense, aerospace, industrial automation, corporates, as well as academics. So TechFluent, with its strong industrial and academic reach out, we are able to solve a maximum number of critical professional engineering services related to industries as well as to corporates. Yeah. Now, let us see who should use this digital design through Verilog HDL course. So this course is intended primarily for the beginners and intermediate level Verilog users. However, for advanced Verilog users, the broad coverage of topics, so which will be discussed in this course, makes it an excellent reference to be used in conjunction with the various training and manuals related to Verilog based projects. Also, this course presents a logical progression of Verilog HDL based topics. So this course starts with the basics such as HDL design based methodologies. Then it gradually builds on the basics, so which will eventually lead to advanced research topics such as synthesis. And moreover, this course is useful to Verilog users with varying levels of expertise. So like students who are doing their logic design courses at various universities and colleges. And this book is also used for the new Verilog users in the industry. And moreover, this course is useful to the companies so who are moving to Verilog HDL based design. So this course is a perfect jumpstart for the designers who want to orient their skills towards HDL based design. And moreover, this course makes the students to expose to hierarchical modeling concepts, basic Verilog constructs and modeling techniques, and necessary knowledge to write small programs and run the simulations. And moreover, this course will also be useful to the users who have the advanced, who have the basic knowledge in Verilog and who wanted to understand the advanced concepts. So all the Verilog topics are covered from the basic modeling constructs to the advanced topics. And moreover, in this course, so whatever the concepts are used, so these are good enough to be applicable for the designs of FPGA. So now let us see how the course is organized. So this course is organized majorly into three parts. So part 1, part 2, and part 3. Part 1 will be discussing basic Verilog topics, so which covers the information that is required for a new user to build small Verilog models and run simulations. So in the part 1 of this course, gate level modeling is addressed before the behavioral modeling. So in order to make the user comfortable with the Verilog course. And moreover, so in the part 2 here, so which is related to the advanced Verilog topics. So these advanced Verilog topics contains the advanced concepts of Verilog. So where a Verilog user needs to know to graduate from small Verilog models to larger design. So advanced topics such as timing simulations, switch level modeling, UDPs, logic synthesis, advanced verification techniques are covered in the part 2. And coming to the part 3, the part 3 contains the simulations of various digital design circuits. So this part 3 gives us the information of designing various digital circuits and how to simulate the digital circuit, how to implement them in Verilog and how to simulate them. So this is how the Verilog course is organized. Yeah. So now let us see what are the basic contents that are present in the different parts. Okay. So coming to the part 1. So the part 1, the first one will be the overview of digital design with Verilog HDL. So in this, we will be discussing related to the evaluation of CAD, that is the computer aided design, how the HDLs are emerged, typical HDL design based flow, and why we require Verilog HDL, and what are the trends that are followed in the HDL designing. And coming to the second chapter in this course is hierarchical modeling concepts. So in this hierarchical modeling concept, how you can do a top down or bottom up design methodologies, and here we will discuss what is the differences between modules and module instances, and also we will discuss what is the design block and what is the stimulus block. And the third chapter of this part 1 is basic concepts of Verilog HDL. So in this, we will be discussing the lexical conventions of Verilog HDL, data types of Verilog HDL, and system task and compiler directives. So coming to the fourth chapter, so here we will be discussing module definition, port declarations, how to connect ports, everything will be discussed here. And coming to the 5, 6, and 7 chapters, so this will be discussing the different modeling techniques in Verilog HDL. So the 5th chapter of this course will be discussing about the modeling using basic Verilog grade primitives, how the description of various Verilog grade primitives can be made in Verilog, and also we will be discussing about the rise time, fall time, and turnoff delays, and minimum, maximum, typical delays with respect to the gate. And the next one is data flow modeling. So in the data flow modeling, so how the continuous assignment statements are defined in this modeling will be discussed. And after that, we will be discussing about the different types of operators are used in the Verilog, as well as we will be discussing the delay specifications related to data flow model. Next, in behavioral modeling, we will be discussing about the initial and always blocks, blocking and non-blocking statements. We'll be discussing about the conditional statements, as well as the branchings, multi-way branchings, loops, sequential and parallel blocks. And in the chapter 8, so we'll be discussing about the what is the task and function, what is the basic difference between task and function, how you are declaring them, and everything can be discussed. So this is related to the part 1. So this part 1 will be mainly useful to the basic users who wanted to learn Verilog. So once this is done, the user can able to write the small programs in the Verilog HDL, and he can able to simulate them. So coming to the part 2, so this part 2 is mainly focused on the advanced Verilog topics. So in the first chapter of this part 2, we will be discussing about the timings and delays. Okay, so what are the different distributed lumped and pin-to-pin delays present in Verilog HDLs, and we'll be discussing about the specify blocks, timing checks, delay back annotation, everything will be discussed in this chapter. So next one is switch level modeling. In the switch level modeling, we will be discussing about the MOS and CMOS switches, bidirectional switches, how to program Verilog by using the CMOS circuits. And the next one is user defined primitives. So we'll be discussing what is an UDP, what are the different rules for UDPs, and how to define a combinational UDP and sequential UDP. Everything will be defined in the user primitive. And coming to the programming language interface, so we will be discussing what is PLI, so which is nothing but programming language interface, uses of PLI, and the conceptual representation of design using PLI. And the next one is logic synthesis with Verilog HDL. So here we will be discussing what is logic synthesis, what is the impact of logic synthesis. We will be discussing Verilog HDL constructs and operators that are required for good logic synthesis, and also we'll be defining what design flow with respect to synthesis, verification of synthesized circuits, and design partitioning methods. And the last one is advanced verification techniques. So in this advanced verification techniques, we will be discussing what is the simple verification flow, and also what is a test vector, what is the test bench, how the code is code coverage is covered using the Verilog HDL, what is assertion checking, what is formal verification, what is semi-formal verification, what is equivalence checking. So all these topics will be discussed in the advanced verification techniques. And coming to the part 3, we will be discussing here how to design some basic digital design circuits to a high level digital design circuit. So we'll be using some examples of, after designing the circuits, we will be writing the code and we'll be simulating that. So this is the total training agenda for this course. Okay. So now I request all the users to subscribe to our channel for further updates. Thank you.